Well, all in all, it feels like it's been a while, but this is the first day I've had a chance to get out where it hasn't rained non-stop. So we're doing the Trosley Country Park circular. So without further ado, let's get on it. Still quite a cold day, although it's beginning to pick up. It's 7 degrees centigrade, which isn't too bad at all. It's a bit muddy looking, a bit wet looking, but as I say, it's the first time in what seems like weeks that it hasn't been raining so much that certainly here in Kent you just can't get out because, you know, everything's like a quagmire. It's all just pure mud. You saw from my last video, if you saw my last video a couple of months ago, that, you know, I'm falling over left, right and centre, so hopefully we'll avoid that today. Right, so a little bit further up here, we're going to take a right turn and then we sort of head into the circular. I think this is our right turn now, so we're going to head down here and hope we don't go flying in the mud. Yeah, it's still pretty muddy despite the few days of no rain, but I actually picked up my hiking sticks this morning before I left the house and then promptly put them down and forgot them as I was putting my coat on. This is definitely one for the correct footwear. I say this quite a lot. You know, if you're not wearing the right footwear in this kind of situation, you're going to come a cropper. And even if you are wearing it, there's still no guarantees. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. Left or right? Check the old map. Straight on. Brilliant. And we've got one of those choices to make. Do we take the left path or the right path? Well, the map's suggesting the right path, so we'll give that a punt and see how we go. Now, here's those steps. I think I walked up these back in the summer on a slightly different path, but I walked up them and they damn near killed me. It's like somebody's been having a go at a little shelter, maybe. Yeah, I remember coming up these. They were. I stood at the bottom, and I could see just how steep it was. But made it in the end. Just wanted to double check the map to to make sure I didn't accidentally start walking all the way down these steps, only to find that I've got to walk all the way back again. But it looks like this is the way we're going. The thing about this kind of weather is that when you're trying to walk in it or do stuff like this, it just feels like every step is fraught with danger. Like you're going to fall, you're going to slip, you know, you're going to put your foot into something that you get stuck in. So I've got to say, I do much prefer the summer for these walks than the spring. They make for a much more pleasant day out. Now, it's a little while yet, but at the end of March, I'm going to be doing a camp out for the Royal British Legion Institute for homeless veterans. So I'm going to start putting a link on the films, and if anyone wants to stick a few pennies towards that, it'd be so very, very seriously appreciated. I want to do a camp out for one night and hopefully raise as much money as I can for the Royal British Legion, for the homeless veterans, and also any earnings, any AdSense earnings from that film will also go to that. So yeah, you know, if you wanna, then please do follow the link and stick a couple of quid on there. Right, we're going this way. It's times like this where I can hear all these birds singing in the trees that I wish my father was here with me, so that he could tell me what they are, because I don't think I've ever met anyone who knows about birds better than my old man. Being a Yorkshireman born and bred, he spent a lot of time in the wild as a kid, not in the wild, but you know, in the countryside as a kid, and joined the parachute regiment when he was young, when he was still a teenager, I think. And so yeah, he knows his way around, you know, nature and the outside. And birds are a bit of a passion of his. I think we're going down here, but I'm not 100%. That's our first view of the day. I've got a little bit more lardy in the last couple of months, put on a bit of weight. Now, I can blame Christmas, but the truth of the matter is, I haven't been out walking. Like a lot of people, I watch Hayes quite a lot on YouTube, and I listen to him talk about his need for the outdoors as it keeps him, you know, in a lot of ways, it keeps his mental health in check. And I have to say that in a couple of months that I haven't been walking, I've had a couple of injuries. I've had feelings of not depression, but feelings of just, you know, lethargy, you know, just can't be bothered with anything. And I've been out here now for 15 minutes and I feel like I'm coming alive again. That's how quickly being amongst this affects you. Seeing a bird fly into a tree, hearing them singing, and just being out amongst it. It's, let me turn the camera around, out amongst all that. Just listen to that peace, that solitude. It's absolutely, this is like fuel for the soul. Yeah, Hayes Outdoors. What a brilliant channel that is. What a brilliant bloke he is. So, yeah, bit of a fanboy of his, I am. He's definitely worth a watch. Oh, interesting little gate here. How do you like that? Oh, hello, mate. Hello. You okay? Hey, buddy. He's a beauty, isn't he? I don't know if you can see. There he is. Here he is. Hello, mate. Hello. You okay? You having a nice day? He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I'll leave him alone. So it's all very nice seeing animals when you're out in the wild like this. Oh, look at this little darling over here. It's lovely seeing them out in the wild, but what you don't want is to stick a camera in their face and scare them. I've noticed that with dogs. If you put a camera in their face unexpectedly, they can get really freaked out. So what I've just done there is probably the wrong thing to do, but how about that? Off they go. Oh dear. Again, I very nearly didn't get up and go out this morning. The alarm went off and I woke up and I thought, do you know what? It's still too wet, it's still too cold. Excuse after excuse. And but I found it from somewhere and I got up and went out, and I'm so glad I did. So I've just had a lovely meeting with a golden retriever who got a little bit excited, a little bit jumpy, and a little bit nippy. So I've been nipped a few times, but you know, it's all right. It's all good. No damage done. It's getting a bit slippy here. Yeah, I remember coming here during the summer, and this was a full crop of whatever it is. It was very lush, very full. I bought one of those boot buddies the other day for I don't know if you've seen them online. You just help you clean your boots off a little bit quicker and easier than sticking them under the tap or the bath or whatever you do. And I've got to tell you, it's going to get some use today because these boots are absolutely cakeo. Absolutely caked. kind of, this mud at the moment is that kind of mud where you can't get any grip on it, you can't get any purchase. As soon as you put your foot on it, you just slide, which is another reason why it's vital to have the correct footwear. Because otherwise you're going to sink or slip or slide all over the place. Now look at that view, seriously. So this is the first film of this year, and I'm going to try and get a lot in. I think we're looking at hopefully a manageable one a week released on the channel, and there'll be some camps. Obviously, like I say, like I've already said, I've got the camp out for the Royal British Legion in March, but I'm booked to go to Dartmoor in September and various other places around the country over the course of the year. So there'll be some camps and plenty of hikes. So have a watch, have a subscribe, have a like, you know, do us a favour, and hopefully we can keep it all going. Because this does wonders for me, I'm not going to lie, it just does wonders. I'm walking through this grassy bit at the moment, this verge in the middle, because it's drier than the bit to the left. Although it is all prickles, so I guess it's the lesser of two evils, isn't it? This is where you want your hiking sticks. Now, don't know if you can see that bird sitting there on the telephone wires. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't look like your common or garden pigeon. It looks like maybe a kestrel or something like that. I don't know, I really wish I knew, but either way. I was very aware that I'm walking through someone's property here, so you know, I don't want to take liberties and start pointing cameras in windows and stuff. But there's so often really beautiful houses. Like this, for example. How beautiful is that? Absolutely stunning. So it says the Church of St Peter and St Paul stands on an old Saxon site. The original sarsen stones, which were part of the older building, can still be seen. The Saxon church was mentioned in the Domesday Book and was demolished to its foundations by the Normans. The present church is mainly 12th century Norman. The pulpit was designed for Westminster. Oh, I've lost it. The pulpit was designed for Westminster Abbey, but was given to this church in 1824. Okay, so north this way. Right, we're up here. So we're going straight up. I've said it before, whenever you go down, the price you've got to pay is going back up again. And walking uphill in mud, it's not the one. Stunning. I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. That's God's own country right there. So one of the earliest films I did was not far from here, just over the other side of these houses, and it was the Coldrum Long Barrow stone placement, which is kind of, if my memory serves me right, it's a Neolithic burial site from many hundreds of years ago. And I remember coming out over the road there and seeing people coming along where I'm walking right now. I'm wondering what walk they've done. And the answer is probably this one. So there you go, Coldrum Long Barrow on the sign there. And if you wanted to do or visit Coldrum Long Barrow, there's a little car park just down here to the left. It's only small, there's only a few spaces, but if you get here early enough, I'm sure you'll find a spot. There's a few spaces, and there's some lovely little horses as well. I've been looking at the distance count on the app, and it's been saying I'm at 1.84 kilometres for about 25 minutes. And I realised what I've done is I've stopped the timer. So I'm going to get a terrible reading for this walk, but that's not really the important thing. You know, it doesn't really matter how far you've walked. It's what you've got from it. Oh, that was a gunshot. Someone's out shooting. Haven Cottage. Very nice. I'll be honest, it was as muddy as this when I came last spring. And I suspect that's got something to do with the amount of footfall that comes through here. And probably horses as well. So you're going to need your good strong boots for this as well. I seem to remember that when I did the Cauldron Long Barrow film, on my way down from it, I slipped and landed on my arse, which, as most people who know me would testify, is no strange thing, because I do that all the time. I'm always falling over. But yeah, that's not for today's walk. Today we're going this way. You can, of course, you can see the Cauldron Long Barrow film that I did last year on the channel. Go and look for it, put it in the search thing, and you'll find it. But yeah. I have to keep stopping every now and then just to take in the quiet. There's such a massive difference between the sound of you walking and breathing and, you know, your bag on your back and stuff like that, compared to when you just stop dead still and listen. There's really nothing like it. It appeals to my poetic nature. I'm just looking out for somewhere to stop and drink my, by now probably quite cold, coffee. I keep meaning to bring a gas can and a burner so I can make one, rather than carrying one around that invariably goes cold. So maybe I'll do that next time. So I'm starting to feel that lack of fitness now, as we're heading ever uphill. So to save you the ag of having to listen to me heavy breathing all the way, I'll come back to you when I get up there. Oh God. Well, oddly enough, I thought we were on a direct approach upwards in the woods, but it sent me down this path here. This one's for sale. I'd have that in a heartbeat. I don't know how much further we've got to go, because, as I say, I somehow stopped the timer, but I don't for 1 minute think that's the end of the upwards trajectory. Somebody else I've been watching recently is learning so much from with regard to camping and stuff, is Paul Messner, who, if you're watching this channel, you probably are fully aware of already. but I've learned so much from him and his videos that I spent quite a lot of money in the last couple of months on camping equipment and tent stuff for the coming year. I spent probably more than I should have on various items for the upcoming year's camps, but hopefully it will make for a much more comfortable experience. I smell the burning. Oh, it's lovely. Someone's got a bonfire going. What a lovely smell. That's full on countryside smell, that is. There's another lovely house. Okay, so we're gonna take a little right turn up here. There's a gate there. Oh, idiot. God, I'm such an idiot. I was looking at the wrong side. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Official. As if we didn't know. Now, I'm going to just put this out there. People, that whichever way I've got to walk, it's going to be steep. See, why have they got to confuse things? Is it this one or is it that one? Jesus. I feel like it's this one. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. This is all the evidence you need as to why you should stay in shape, because I've only just started on this and I'm already done. Anyway, I'll see you at the top. And that's not even at the top yet. Oh God. I am so unfit. Right. Onwards and upwards. Quite literally. Well, it's definitely worth the climb, in my opinion. Even if it nearly kills you, what way to go. Yeah, the crows in the background, probably over the fields. It's just so peaceful. There's nothing like it. There's just nothing like it. Blows me away every single time. There's never yet been a time where I haven't come on one of these walks and come to one of these, a view like that, and haven't been blown away by it. You can't get bored with it. You can't get, where am I going? Straight on. You can't get used to it. It just always blows you away. I just got this horrible feeling that we're going to eventually come to those steps that I walked down near the beginning. We're going to have to go up them again. That'd be just my luck. There's an overturned tree there. Right. Look at that for a tree. How about that? That's insane. This almost looks like human skin. But, you know, when they dig up one of those people that have been buried in mud for about like 10,000 years or something. That's what that looks like. Right, so we seem to have lost the path a little bit. There's some steps here. But they're pretty worn away. Oh, I think this is the way. Right, we're back on the uphill. There you go. Look at those horns. I fancy one of them in the there are some horns. And again, the view. There's even a bench here, look. But I feel like I've gone too far now to stop. The goats are now grazing Great Pell. When walking in Great Pell, please remember to keep dogs on leads, close gates, and do not feed the goats. Yeah. So, there you go, Great Pell. Have a nice day, boys and girls. Well, this is exactly what I didn't want to see. But there's no way around it. If you don't laugh, you cry. You've got to keep reminding yourself. Keep laughing. Hang on. Am I going straight? Yep. I'm going exactly where I'm going. Oh my God. I almost felt like I was sinking then. I mean, it's lucky in a way that we don't have wolves and bears and like in this country, because can you imagine trying to run in this? I know you're not meant to run from bears, but I think 9 times out of 10 instinct's going to take over, isn't it? Whatever you do, don't climb a tree. But where are we now? There must be a path up here. that goes to the left. Ah, there it is. Look at the state of this. Finally made it to the path. We're on the final straight. I don't think it's that far. Let's have a look. About 800 metres. So nice and easy on a decent path. I've sat around for 2 months, mostly because of the weather and work and, you know, X, Y, Z. I could come up with any number of excuses. But just one day, one morning, one couple of hours out in this, and I feel alive again. You know, I feel like I've got all my energy back. It's a really weird feeling. Once you get into it, once you start hiking, you just want to do it more and more. And the only thing that would stop me as a rule would be the weather. And I know it doesn't stop some people. I know they go out in all sorts, in snow, in wind and rain, and I respect and admire that. But certainly in Kent, you know, I've gone past fields on the train on the way to work, and the fields are like swimming pools. You can't walk in that, you know, it's impossible. So this has been a good one. I've enjoyed it. It's been hard, don't get me wrong, walking through all the mud. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's been all right, you know. Just one day, just one morning, you push yourself to get out of bed and come and do this. Walk through the woods, walk through the countryside, see and hear the wild things, and take in that peace and quiet and tranquility. Just take it in. It's so good for you, man. It is so good for you. So I reckon that's going to be about it for this one. Join us for the next one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And as I said earlier on, I'll put a link on the channel page for the RBLI Great Tommy Sleep Out. So any donations, gratefully received, going towards helping homeless veterans in many, many ways. So until next time, take care.